I'm pretty sure you guys know Andy Ngo. He is a New York Times bestseller, appeared on Fox News several times, but most importantly, his biggest achievement is that he's got a blue check mark on Twitter, which is the sign that you are modern nobility. You have managed to make it and you are someone in life. But he does have a little bit of a bias. He goes after left-leaning people, which spurred the ire of the Southern Poverty Law Center. And as such, he got an email. Andy, we've spoken before at the time when I was working for The Guardian. I am now reporting for the Southern Poverty Law Center Hate Watch. And we are watching you, Andy. You seem like a hateful person. SPLC is a civil rights organization based in Montgomery, Alabama. I love the fact that they don't mention that every single letter of the SPLC is a lie. They hate Southerners. They are one of the richest nonprofit organizations that I know of. They break the law several times, actually. They lost many lawsuits. And I don't think there's a center. I think they're spread out through the US. They have many offices, so literally nothing that they say is true. We are reporting on the subscription website Subscribestar. Among other things, we mention your presence on the site. We will report that. You make an estimate average of $2,724 per month, or $32,691 a year. You also ask fans for money via Patreon, a PayPal account, a Bitcoin wallet, and locals. You previously raised over $200,000 on GoFundMe campaign organized by the far-right commentator Michelle Malkin. Look, Andy, being far is okay. You can be far. But far left. Far, far to the left, Andy. That is where the decent folk are allowed to be. Moving away from the far left gets you closer to the far right and puts you into the eyes of the Southern Poverty Law Center on the hate watch, because only right-wingers can hate, Andy. Only the right-wingers have this emotion. The left-wingers have transcended their aspect of humanity and are incapable of hate. The Center for American Liberty. 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 Hosts an ongoing crowdfunding campaign to support your attempts to sue alleged members of Rose City, Antioch. How dare you sue them, Andy? How dare you sue the prestigious and most renowned members of our community? Why are you going to the courts, Andy? There should be no justice. The only justice you should look for, Andy, is social justice. That's the only justice you need. The courts. They have judges. Some of them are old people, conservative. You use various platforms in right-wing media to attack left-wing activists, like suing them. That is the worst attack of all, seeking justice in the courts. Muslim, transgender individuals, Andy, and people of color. I mean, look, Andy, what are you doing? Your fans and supporters include right-wing influencers and many right-wing extremists. So, we see here the list of accusations. I think that Andy is not going to get out of this one. Andy may be a wordsmith. He may be a journalist, but even he will not be able to whistle his way out of this. This is why the people at the Southern Poverty Law Center are merciful. And in their infinite charity, they are allowing Andy an offer to comment on this reporting. And in doing so, he can consider the following question. How much money do you make, Andy? How much money does your hate give you? Are you aware, Andy, that dozens of extremists also use Subscribestar? And the only platform you're allowed to use that other extremists are using is Twitter, Patreon, Facebook, Twitch. You need to use the authorized platforms, and you can't use whatever you want. Were you aware that your stories are regularly reposted on Telegram by accounts associated with the boys which are proud? Why do you think they like your content, and I would need a response within 24 hours, and in order to include it in the reporting. Andy responded, "Hello, Mr. Wilson. What matters to me as a journalist is accuracy in reporting, not the politics of who reads or shares my reporting among my 1 million plus followers on social media." But that's how it works, Andy. But I find the American tried and true method of guilt by association tactic fascinating, given that a shooter convicted on firearm assault charges in Washington, D.C. used the Southern Poverty Law Center hate map to pick his targets. Oh no, this can't be true. This cannot be true. No, not the Southern Poverty Law Center. Look, Andy, I do not believe you. As a content creator, I do not believe you. If this was the case, it would have been in the media. Okay, like if the Southern Poverty Law Center facilitated such a thing, it would have been on every news channel everywhere. Ande, I'm calling you, you're full of shit, Ande. I do not believe you. To echo your question to me, why do you think that Floyd Lee Corkins II liked your organization's content? Is this latest blog pitch an attempt to deflect from the SPLC's bad publicity after minority employees spoke to CNN about your organization's systemic culture of racismus and sexismus? Okay, this I did hear about it. This did happen. You state my work attacks Muslim transgender individuals and, most importantly, the people of color. Did this consideration enter the SPLC's editor room before or after your organization paid $3.375 million to settle a defamation lawsuit by a Muslim man? On the topic of financing, I will continue to maintain a broad profile of platforms for people to choose where they support my work. Subscribestar should be lauded for resisting censorship campaigns from disinformation groups like yours. Additionally, I know that your organization sits on $500 million, okay? Non-profit, Southern Poverty Law Center, charitable organization, $162 million in offshore funds, according to an audited financial statement. Does the SPLC plan to bring that number down, or will it continue to ask for more donations every day? I hope you have a wonderful Platinum Jubilee for the Queen this weekend. So here's what I think is going to happen. I expect a hit piece, not necessarily against Ande, but against Subscribestar within the next 24 hours. I think that due to the association that Subscribestar had with Russia, that is their angles of attack. And they're going to be like, well, this company, which, you know, like initially started with like some person that's of Russian citizenship, is offering all of this platform for hatred and is cutting on Patreon's financial interest. There should be one platform, one people, one culture. So probably by tomorrow we're going to read the hit piece and we'll see if I'm right or not. But it's going to be interesting. Let me know what you guys think and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.